need to tell your club members that the venue for your fundraising event has changed at the last minute. You have tried your best to handle the situation, but you still need to talk to them about how to make some changes to make sure the event goes well. How do you let them know about this unforeseen change and what you need to do about it?
You've been distracted and stressed by some personal issues lately, and you haven't been able to focus on your studies. You've missed some lectures and assignments, and you're not sure what you need to know for the exam. You're afraid that your personal problems will affect your academic performance and your grade. You decide to talk to your professor and explain your situation and ask for some leniency or accommodation. What do you say to them?
You and your roommate have different sleeping schedules and preferences. Your roommate likes to stay up late and play loud music, while you prefer to go to bed early and have a quiet night. You have tried to talk to your roommate about this, but they have not been respectful of your needs. You are tired and stressed from the lack of sleep. You decide to talk to your resident advisor about the situation. What do you say to them?
Imagine you are at a doctor's office and you want to describe your symptoms and get some advice. What would you say to the doctor, your medical history, and your concerns? How would you ask for a prescription, a referral, or a follow-up appointment?
You're at a museum and you want to learn more about the exhibits. What would you say to the guide, your interests, and your questions? How would you ask for a map, a brochure, or a discount?
You're at a concert and you want to enjoy the music and the atmosphere. What would you say to the people around you, your favorite songs, and your opinions? How would you ask for a seat, a drink, or a souvenir?
You're in your office on Monday morning and your manager asks you whether you can send her the sales report she asked for by Wednesday. You'd like extra time to finish it because the sales team can't send you the figures until tomorrow, Tuesday, a day later than you expected. What would you say to your colleague?
On a group project with 3 other classmates, and you have a deadline coming up soon. One of your group members has not contributed anything so far and is not responding to your messages. What would you say to your group member and your other teammates?
You're at a restaurant with your friends and you ordered a pizza. When the pizza arrives, you notice that it has mushrooms on it, which you are allergic to. You did not order mushrooms and you checked the menu carefully before ordering. What would you say to the waiter and your friends?
You're at a job interview and the interviewer asks you about your strengths and weaknesses. You have prepared some examples of your skills and achievements, but you are not sure how to answer the weakness question. What would you say to the interviewer?
You are part of a group project that requires a lot of research and creativity. You have a lot of ideas and resources to contribute. But your group members seem to ignore or dismiss them. You feel like your voice is not being heard or valued. You want to talk to your group members about this issue and persuade them to consider your input. What do you say to them?
You're at a gym, and you want to use a treadmill, but they are all occupied. You see that one person has been on the same treadmill for more than an hour, and they are not showing any signs of stopping. What would you do, and how would you do it?
You're at a hotel and you want to check out, but you realize that you lost your room key. You don't remember your room number and you don't have any identification with you. What will you tell the receptionist in order to get this situation sorted? You're at a museum and you want to see a famous painting, but you see that there is a long line of people waiting to enter the gallery. You don't have much time and you don't want to miss the opportunity. You see the museum in charge and decide to approach him. How would you approach him and what would you tell him?
You're at a library and you want to borrow a book to study for your exam that is coming up next week, but you don't have a library card. How will you convince the librarian in order to get the book, as this is a very important exam for you?
Imagine you are at a job interview and you want to impress the interviewer. What would you say to introduce yourself, your skills, and your goals? How would you answer some common interview questions, such as, what are your strengths and weaknesses? Or why do you want to work for us?
You are a student in a group project. You have been assigned to do the research part of the project, but you are having trouble finding reliable sources. You have a meeting with your group members tomorrow to discuss your progress. What would you say to your group members about your research?
You are a guest speaker at a conference. You have prepared a presentation on a topic related to your field of expertise. However, when you arrive at the venue, you realize that the projector is not working. You have to deliver your presentation without any visual aids. How would you adapt your presentation to the situation?
As a university student sharing a dorm with a consistently messy and inconsiderate roommate, you've attempted discussions without success. Frustrated and unsure of what to do, you plan to consult your resident advisor. What do you say to your RA?
You're at a salon and you want to get a haircut, but you realize that you left your wallet in your taxi. You don't have the taxi number and you don't have any other payment methods with you. What will you tell the stylist in order to get this situation sorted?